In this video, I'm reacting to corner cabinet solutions that I found on TikTok. The last one is probably my favorite, so stick around for that one for sure. Definitely different, not something I've ever seen before. Watch this, maybe you'll get some ideas, spark some interest, or come up with your own ideas for corners in your kitchen if you have a troublesome area and you don't want to block it off or go with the run-of-the-mill stuff. Something here could be for you, so enjoy. Let's see what we can find here. Okay. So it's like an extra large blind corner with pull out. So they have this big sliding drawer, which is cool. Then they have this hidden drawer, which it's a neat idea, but notice how sticky it is. Like, yeah. I think this is a cool idea. I'm just not sure how functional it is overall. Amazing corner cabinet design and ideas. This is just a basic door. Let's go to the next one. A happy homeowner. Making your kitchen cabinets more functional is what we do.
Open.
Open? Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Look at that. And then watch.
Okay.
All the way around. Just a regular lazy Susan.
But
1,000 times better.
1,000 times better. Look at the ton of stuff you can store in there. So, you know, what am I going to say about that? Obviously, I'm not a fan of Lazy Susans, but this is one way to do it. That if you want to have a Lazy Susan, or you just have that type of cabinet and you're trying to retrofit something, this is a really cool solution. I like it. What do you think?
Whoa.
Let me know in the comments. 7-inch odd space. Okay. Well, this is one of those super fast TikToks. Okay, let's just slow this down a little bit. Let's go back here because we have this odd space. And you're like, well, this isn't really a corner. But you can see that this is in a corner. So you have the corner filler there to the right. Then you have this odd space. They custom built this cabinet, which I think is a great idea. Instead of having an oversized filler, they can have this cabinet. And we just go ahead here slowly. They built these little spice pullouts or whatever pullouts you want to put in there, and they fit it all in, and it looks kind of nice. They put drawer fronts on it too, I believe. Yeah. So you can see next to it there is a blind corner with looks like a pullout Lazy Susan. Yeah, and then they have this odd space. So this is a very creative use of that extra 7 inches. If you are not going to have a bigger cabinet, you could definitely utilize it this way. Very cool. I like it. Let's go to the next one. Every kitchen should have one of these cupboards. I gotta stop you right there, bud. No, not every kitchen should have one of these at all. If you're unfortunate enough to have a corner pantry, then by all means, make it as accessible and functional as possible. But if you can avoid having a corner pantry, then go ahead and do that. I don't honestly think it adds that much value to a kitchen. It's just, I don't know. Look how, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I might be way off base. You might love it if you have it. But to me, it's every kitchen should not have one of these. All right, what's this one? This is a pie corner upper cabinet. A pie corner. That dishwasher placement is sus, I gotta tell you that. All right, let's have a look. What pie corner? Just a 90-degree corner cabinet. Nothing special there. Okay, let's go to this one. Corner solutions. The corner drawer bank. Let me know what you think about that one in the comments. I'd love to hear if you have one, what your experience is with them. I don't know how I feel about them. I guess it's a pretty cool use of the space overall, but there's still lots of wasted space in a corner drawer bank. An alternative to a corner Lazy Susan. I've seen this before too. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Let me just go back here and have a look. There's definitely tons of space on that. I like it has a high rail so that things won't fall off. It gives a different look. So I'm not against it, I'm not for it, it's kind of in the middle for me. If you have to go this way, it's just a way to do it, and I think it works overall. The classic. Oh, this got a high wooden rail. I kind of like this. Okay, you didn't hear me say that out loud. This is a Lazy Susan and my least favorite corner option on the market. But of all the Lazy Susans out there, I like this one probably the most. It's not a wire rack one. It's probably less susceptible to things falling off. And you can see in the back in there how the cabinet angles off in the back. You don't have a really, really deep crevasse in there. And I think that's good overall. A not so Lazy Susan, Magic Chef. or a magic corner rather. All right, pull it out. I like these. I think they're a great way to do a blind corner. In fact, I think it's probably the best way to do a blind corner. There's lots of them on the market, so whether or not you go with this one or not, it's definitely something you should look into if you have a blind corner, for sure. They're very expensive though.
Inside, they just pull out, and then they go back in, and you get full access to the cabinet, and it's a lot easier.
Okay, that's called the Le Mans, and it is a great solution for a corner. It enables you to pull everything out. Similar things would be a Half Moon Super Lazy Susan, so it pulls out and turns out and pulls out. That's another great option. These are good. I still think the Magic Chef is the most usable in terms of space-wise. It uses the most space for a corner.
These corner cabinets can be so difficult. Look at all this space back here. But how do you access it? Ah, the magic corner. Check it out. You can open up chrome wire shelves to here, to here, to here.
Not chrome! She's very excited about this. Whoa!
More access. There's another option. There's then inside shelves here. Oh, wow.
Get out of town!
Oh, look at all that space back there that could have been wasted. Instead, it came forward on these beautiful chrome shelves.
The chrome.
Little squares, and nothing's gonna fall through.
Nothing will ever fall through there or fall off.
Check this out.
And they come off.
And they're super strong.
Get out of here.
20 pounds. Small child could come and have a nap on them.
4 small children could have a nap on that. Wait a sec. I love her enthusiasm. That's awesome. Good for you. But yeah, there's a magic corner. Tons of space. Everything pulls out. And it's the shape of the cabinet where the Le Mans isn't the shape of the cabinet. So I do think this gives you a very good corner storage solution. And her enthusiasm just to boot. It's, you can put a small child on there. All right, what's this next one? Okay, this gives you a better picture of the space that's wasted when putting in a corner drawer bank. So, yeah, see, those are kind of not angled in either. So you can see, let me just go back because I think the biggest benefit here is just seeing the space that's there. So that's what you're dealing with. I think blocking off a corner uses more space than what this does. So anyway, that's my opinion. All right, let's go to this next one. What is this? More corner drawers? Oh, they're just cut off again. So, all right. Ooh, should have cleaned that one out better. Another Le Mans. They sometimes call these peanut pullouts or something weird like that. But yeah, they fit bigger items. Okay, here we go. Blind storage corner hack. I think if you're using an insert that's $500 to $800 or even more, then you should put more on it than your Tupperware and your bowl from the thrift store. Yeah, and your salad spinner, or whatever that is. This person has a corner sink and a peninsula, and so what they're doing is they're inserting this into the back of that, which is a great use of that space. So if you have some kind of item like this, you can see the sink plumbing in there, and you can, yeah, she puts her dog food in there. I think this is great. This isn't anything new, but a lot of you may have this situation in your kitchen where you have this very same thing, and it doesn't, whether or not it's a sink cabinet, that's here nor there, but you just might have this situation where you need to put something in there, there's space in there, how do you access it? You can access it from the back. And this girl here did it on her own, just cutting out the thing herself and doing it. So it's something that can be retrofit after the fact if it wasn't put into your design in the first place. I think it's a fairly decent use of space. What do we have here? Max out your corner cabinet. You can see though that the intent of these things is to store bigger items like the pot, or like a Dutch oven or something that's heavier that's in the back that you don't need every day, but you don't want to store in all the regular places where you do use every day. And so it's nice having those items tucked away. And this, I think, is the benefit of the blind corner in this type of situation. Oh yeah, bonus, hide your paper towel. So they put that in there as well. Is that the most convenient place for paper towel? I don't know, but it's out of the way. So I think that's kind of cool. Awesome, let's do this one. These corner drawers though, it looks like one of those puzzles where you have to move one piece and insert the other ones, just annoying. Okay, stop. I've seen this one before too. I think I had this one on another video. Open it like that, and then opening from the inside, which I don't think you need to. I think you're gonna jam your finger at some point in the future, or at least your kids are. And that pulls out, things sliding around. It looks like a lot of plastic, a lot of breakable items I like the idea, and I think it's a pretty creative use of the space. It's different than other things. It's not a Lazy Susan. At least it's something creative. So I like that about it. Corner cabinet ideas. All right. Okay. Let me stop right there. A Lazy Susan is not a corner cabinet idea. It's not an idea anymore. It's been around for years. It's no longer considered an idea. It's just an option. Here's the options. When you say here's a corner idea, you're like, ooh. It's just a Lazy Susan. This is not an idea either. This is another solution. I'm getting technical. There it is there in all its glory, the Le Mans. A lot of storage on those. Here's the corner drawer bank. Those are pretty deep. Now this fella here, he's also doing the same thing behind his peninsula, where you can see there he inserted this and he retrofit this himself. I think this is a really good use of space, like I mentioned with the previous one that we looked at. If you can do that, it's not that difficult to do if you're handy around the house and you don't mind cutting up cabinets. You could retrofit this pretty easily. Or if you have a peninsula, you could ask your designer to put something on the back side of that to make it accessible too. That's fairly common.
Two of my favorite kitchen features is one, this pull-out drawer, pull-out shelf, I should say. All the kids' stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Corner. 2 levels.
You know how I say things are going to fall off of these? I mean, look, there's no way that I believe
Pull-out drawer.
like everything's falling down.
All the kids' stuff.
I guarantee you that's falling off in the back.
And my other favorite is the spin-around corner.
Oh, okay, that I like.
Store all my mugs.
That I do like. That's the only Lazy Susan option I do like. All right, a pull-out. Nice convenient storage for your pots. And then storage in the back. Pots on the top. Storage on the back. Okay, I disagree. I don't think all homes should be built with these. I don't think any homes should be built with these, actually. The fact that they pull out's fine, but you have this very awkward pull out in the back. Look at that. That is challenging to get at unless all that stuff isn't in the way. And then the same thing on the top. The first one's fine, but I'd leave that one on the shelf. Lazy Susan alternative. This guy's beard is just spot on.
For those of you that don't like Lazy Susans, there's a good alternative for a corner cabinet that's really simple. In a cabinet like this, you can just have shelves, and you can fit more stuff than the Lazy Susan. Some would argue that you can't get to it as easily, but it really depends how you organize it.
Let me reenact this. For those of you who don't like Lazy Susans, there's a better way to do this. Just do nothing. Bye. You're not going to organize that any better than anyone else has in history so that you don't have to get down on your hands and knees to reach in the back under that bottom shelf. I'm sorry. I'm not going to argue that you can fit more stuff than Lazy Susan. That is definitely the case. He's right about that. You can definitely fit more stuff in there than you can on Lazy Susan. I don't think you can organize it any better that doesn't make it like difficult to get at. This is where he needs to organize it and prove, hey, this is how you organize it so that you don't need a Lazy Susan. I think that would be the next logical step, and maybe they did that, I don't know. So if you're gonna say don't do anything in that cabinet, show us how to do it so that we say, yeah, you're kind of right. You can organize it in such a way, because there very well might be a way, and I can be totally wrong. I'd be okay with that. The problem, the fix. Oh, wow. That is cool. Okay, the reason it's a problem, if you can't see it, is that the drawer is going to open and it's going to hit the stove. And that's a real problem in a lot of kitchens. This happens a lot. What do? You make this... Oh, that is so cool. I got to see it one more time. Wow. I'm thoroughly impressed with that. Congratulations, whoever designed that and did that. That is really cool. Obviously, there's a better way to do a corner than this. But if you are stuck with this situation in your kitchen, I think this is my favorite one, actually. I'm surprised. Okay, what's this one? Blind corner cabinets solved. All right, cool. Here's the thing with, obviously this is a retrofit. You already have these cabinets in your home. They're older cabinets. And yeah, this is a great solution if you want to add some easier access to the back. It's still not easy to get at, and obviously it's not as good as a Magic Chef. I keep calling it a Magic Chef. That's a brand name for appliances. It's not as good as a Magic Corner, but it's something. And I think if you have the, ability to do something like this would be something that I would look into. Not in a new renovation. This would be, you're just fixing one cabinet. But if you're doing a kitchen renovation, don't do that. All right, so this is just a different take on the Magic Chef, kind of more of a drawer. Okay, so it's a cabinet door that opens, and you have this interesting drawer, and that slides over, and then you have these other drawers. Yeah, cool. It's a lot of hardware, it's a lot of weight. Maybe a little more space is wasted, but it's a different way to do it, for sure. Cool, I like that. What in the world? What in the world is happening? He literally just pulled out the whole, it's just sitting on the floor, and you slide it out. Look at this. Okay, look at this guy. He can't get it out. Now it's empty. Imagine trying to pull it out when it's full of stuff. Put it on some wheels or something. Slides it on the floor, and you got this hidden cabinet in there. This takes the cake. I mean, I'm going to encourage you not to do something like this, but it's a neat idea. I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous that you just have this cabinet that you have to manhandle and pull out of there, and it's going to be filled with stuff. It's going to be heavy, and he can barely get it out, and it's not filled with anything. It looks kind of odd. This is not convenient. It's not accessible. It's just hilarious. Well, I gotta say, I've never seen this one before, and of all of the corner solutions that we've seen on this video, this by far is probably the most unique and creative use of the space, I guess, though not the most functional overall, but interesting, I guess, if you want to hide like your counterfeit dollars and stuff in there and your contraband. I guess that's a pretty good way, but it's like, it doesn't even, like, there's a big gap there, and at least put it on a toe kick height and put it on wheels and slide it out. Don't do it like that. Okay, this isn't a corner. It's just, I'd love to have one of these drawers in my kitchen. So if you want to see how to design a functional kitchen, I encourage you to check out this video, and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.